Good afternoon, everyone. I've come out for a few hours. Couple of things I want to touch on. I've got the Deus 2 with me on my Roman program with disc scrim. I'm going to do a little test on that with and without the disc scrim. And I've got the CTX with me because CTX is brilliant on the beach. Also, what I've done is this time of year, I don't know about you guys, but flies. They're in my face, they're around my neck, and the reason for that, obviously, they're nesting in the stubble and stuff. And as you walk through it, or the long grass, they fly up and they bug you. I don't know about you, but I'm a bit OCD like that. So today I've come with a plan. I'm going to put that there, and this is my plan. It's a little fly mesh net, goes over your cap, away from your eyes, and now any flies that are in the soil here that fly up, they touch the mesh and they're not walking all over your face. Brilliant. I bought them, forgot about them, and then my kids were rummaging around in the car, and they left them on the floor. I'm like, oh, that's what happened to them. So again, brilliant idea. Okay, so let's go clear the ground out. There's nothing down there. And what I'm going to do is also, just to make sure, we're going to check that with the CTX. So that ground's clear. Okay, bought a few targets with me. We've got some bag seals in there, Roman coins and other bits in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Roman coin. There you go, we'll put that one down. Now this has been obviously run through, so there's going to be a little bit of oil in the soil. But what we are going to check, I don't know what depth we're going to get, so we're going to check that out now. That's 5 inches to there. 5 inches up to there, looking at 5.5 inches. So I don't know what depth we're going to get. So we're nearly halfway up to the pinpointer. Now, in fact, I'm probably going to go a bit deeper so I can flatten that out a little bit. Quite a good Roman coin, this one, rather than some of the grots that we find. So I think we're going to get this no problem. But I'm going to do 2 tests today. That's that, bottom of the hole, and then building. Somewhere down there. Okay, so first of all we're going to use the Deus 2. And that's getting it. I'm not sure if you can hear that on the audio. Let's see if I can select it. There we go. All day long. So that's getting it. What I am going to do on this, they've got different settings on here. That was cooling. High trash. I think it was 7. Let's try that one. Excellent, so that's got that. Okay. Now, go dig that out. So, didn't put it in the bag today. On top there. Gonna take that a bit deeper. So from the ground level towards the top of the pinpointer, there's my trowel. 5 inches, 6, 7, there we go. It's nearly 9 inches on that small Roman coin. Drop it at the bottom there. Fill that in again. A lot of people don't bother, but I do it because when you're detecting, it gives you a lot of information. Okay, so we know the target's down there. That's 2. So that's breaking up now. Well, getting it, but it is a bit broken. The difference is on my Roman program, what we done was we put the D-scrim on. So iron volume 8, reactive 1.5, audio response 4, scrim 25. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that back off again. So 6.8 or something like that I put it down to. There you go, back. We're going to find out if it makes any difference. noise cancel. Lovely. So that's getting it loud and clear. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the descrim again, because we know the target. We know the target's down there. So what we're going to do is, out of curio on this one, descrim 6.8. Now I know some of them are using like 40 something, aren't they? Oh, let's go back. I think they're using something like 49 on that Techna program. How they've set it up. So I'm going to put 49 and see what happens. Lovely. So, as I said before, if you raise the discrimination up to that high, you're going to miss those coins. So that's on camera for you. Go back. So what I'm going to do is take that back down again. As I said, I use about 20, 25. I want to try and knock out the iron. So let's see. Back. Just get noise cancel. I want to see now. Just knock it down to 20, 25. If we get that target. So yes, the question is, when you knock that descrim down to 20, let's just check a good number, 25, we'll still get it. Let's take it down a bit further, because I said I normally use about 20, yeah? And then we'll see if we still get that target at 20. So those people who are scared to use descrim, I'd say use it, but don't go too high. So that's 20 on a descrim, and we're still getting that target at that depth. So now what we want to do is, one more time, is go back into the program. It is it's locking onto it, but it could be clearer. So what we're going to do now is take that descrim. Let's try 10. Noise cancel. CTX and this one are talking to each other, so I'm just going to do a noise cancel again towards the machine, so they're not talking to each other. Lovely. So fine. Go get the I'm taking that back up to 20 for the descrim again, back off, and we all know that it's hitting that coin. We're going to bring the CTX over now, and I've got another little test I want to do. and that's just about getting it. That's about it. So the CTX getting it and the Deus 2's getting it, both at that depth, and they're both about bordering. So when they say this machine's deeper than that machine, all depends on conditions and everything else, but as you can see, they're both getting that, no problem. So now my next test. So we know the depth of that. So I always come back a bit to the hole there, dig down. A bit more. If you notice then, when I took all of that out, it then lost the target with a big hole in there, wasn't getting it, and that's because that just does that, and it's right at the bottom of the hole and you just got to scoop it out. There you go, the Roman coin. So now, what test do I want to do now? Well, I want to know, what I've done is, I've collected a bag of Roman coins, a little bag. And what I want to do with them is to bury them, to see what it sounds like, a big loud sound. Now, I'm thinking, personally speaking, that because there's a load of them in there, I should be able to go deeper. I don't know, never done the test, so I'm going to do it now. Right, that's over pinpoint depth. I'm going to go a bit more because okay, so the ground's up there, point pillars in there, bag of Roman coins. I'm not sure me's in there, 15 maybe, something like that. Now the question is, people say when you disturb the soil, you've got air in it. When the tractor and he ploughs through it, there's all air gaps, so it's no different. I'm using D-Scrim 20 and I'm not hitting that target. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take that D-Scrim off, back, knock that screw string back, see if I get any extra depth that way. and that's breaking up. That's breaking up in there, and we know we've got a bag of Roman coins down there. So next thing I'm going to do, this is all experimental, so I don't know, I've not tried it. We've got 6.2 as D-scream. Shouldn't make any mad, but I'm going to knock that right back to 0. Or there, 0.5. Okay, expert, I'm going to change that. Silencer 1, 5 tones. I'm going to change it to 3 tones. See if it makes any difference. I'll do a noise cancel. It's getting warm today. Okay. That's breaking up, but I'm getting 70, 71. Just going to show that again. I hope you can see that in the. There, let's do it again. It's in the 70s. Come back. So I'm not sure I'm getting it in their camera because I personally, as I said, that target there, I wouldn't be stopping for that. So next question is, what else can I do? Back, drop down. Kilohertz. They reckon lower kilohertz gives you more depth. So let's give that a try. 14 kilohertz. Okay, let's give it a go. I know on single coins it doesn't work, but maybe on a bigger item it may do. Let's check. So lowering the kilohertz hasn't worked either. Back in there, take that back up to 40, back. I'm volume 8. Could get rid of that, I suppose. Reactivity 1. There you go. We've lowered the reactivity. I told you I use 1.5, and we're now starting to hit that target. So, can we go any lower than that? 0.5. Let's give that a go. I've said this all along. Sensitivity, everything else doesn't give you the extra depth. It's the reactivity you need to touch. So, between 16, I think 5.9 to 72. So we know lowering the reactivity gives you more depth, if you want to go for deep targets. Now, so that's the lowest it'll go, 0. But when you lower the reactivity, you have to slow the swing right down. $69. So if you've got a sight and you want to go really slow, then lower reactivity is going to give you more depth. What I'm going to do with that now, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to turn it back up to 1.5 because there's a lot of stuff in this sight, and yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. So I'm going to go back to 1.5. But what I'm going to try is different programs on that one for you. So come out of there. That was Jeffro's deep dive program. Not touching it. General. Not touching it. And that's a haul of coins. So in general, Discrim 10, 95, 40 kilohertz, iron volume 7, reactivity 2. Let's see if we drop that down to 1 like we did the other ones, if we can get it then. Okay, noise cancel. That's your general program, folks, with the reactivity lowered, and it's not hitting that bag of Roman coins. Proof's in the pudding. I can only show you, and then it's up to you which way you want to go on this. There's the reactivity at 1. General program, not touching it. I want to see if the gold program gets it, to be fair. Deep HC, let's see if that gets it. Deep HC, not getting it. Let's go there. Let's put that on the reactivity 2. Let's put it down to 1. I used it on 1, I hit it with the Roman program. Let's see what happens there. That's not getting it. So that deep HC is not getting it. So we're going to go back to my... Let's go Goldfield. I like Goldfield. Let's try Goldfield. Let's do noise cancel. Because apparently it's built on a different platform, so we'll see. But I do like Goldfield as a program, and that is loud, but it's 00. I'll try and get it on camera. I need to hold it in the right place there. Okay, I'll get that right next time. And are you willing? Are you willing to dig 00? Because you know for a fact that most of the time that's iron. But that gold program goes off all the time, and that is the problem with the gold program. You're hitting targets all the time. Now I went over that. That's 00. Personally speaking, I wouldn't be digging 00, because when you're walking across the field, you're getting 00s all the time, And I can tell you now, a lot of that's going to be iron and rubbish and crap. But it just goes to show how differently they work. Right, let's go back to the Roman program. Where are we? Relic. Do I dare relic? Come on, why not? So relic's no different to the Goldfield 00. And that's going off everywhere. So there you go, 00s. There's no ID on it. Would I be using it? No. Beach. People say beach. Oh, I don't know. No. Roman. Ah, I missed it. If I hold it in the right place. So that's in the 60s. So at least I'm getting a readout with that Roman program. Oh, yeah, it's on its limits, but it's still there. I know I've got 2 or 3 Roman programs put in at different settings. 0.5 D-scrim. Okay, let me just look at that one. $63. Now, so I want to check something here, because I've got a couple of Roman programs in there. 94, 40, 0, 1.5 reactivity. That was at 1.5. So if I knock that down to 0 on the reactivity, sun started to come out, hotter. $68, $68, $67, $68, $69, and up to $70. Okay, so again, I wouldn't be detecting that way all the time, but what I am going to do is take that back up to 1 for tonight's detecting. Discrim, because there's a lot of iron in this ground, so I want to knock the iron out a bit. Lovely. .69 on the clock. Okay, CTX. Well, I wouldn't be stopping to dig that. Try that one. Let's do a noise cancel. It's reading the other machine. So with the DAS, it interferes around about 50 on that. There you go. The CTX is just about getting it. You can hear it, and I've not made no adjustments, so that's just about getting that. It's, I wouldn't say there's a digital display, because there's not, but it's that sound. That sound changes. V1 number display 3550. $25, well, it's fluctuating. So that's just about getting it. I hope that helps. What I am going to do is I'm going to dig that out, so before I forget. Just get that little bit underneath there out. So the depth of that, just so you're curious, because you want to know. There's the depth. Come to the high part, just underneath that ledge there. That's what happens when you're a plumber. That's 10.5 inches down. 10.5 inches down, and we'll count how many we got in there. All right, they're small, but it's not the point. The point is, it gives you an idea of a reality. 1, 2, 3. There's some really bad ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Part 1. 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's 18 in there. Look, not being funny, some of them are absolutely crap, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of them. There's not a lot of information on them at all. And then there's some that've got some stuff. But that's a nice one. It's a shame on the other side. But there you go. That was 18 in the bag, and we've done the depth test together now. The soil conditions are dry, yeah, I admit that. And as you could see, when I was digging down, that was quite hard. But it's always worth doing a depth test, checking it out. And if you're not going to do it, hence the reason why I'm putting a YouTube channel on there, so people can see facts. And this is not clean ground, this is dirty ground. There's lots of targets in here. As I walk around, you could hear it when I was doing it. I had to find a clean spot. But for all those who've got the machines and want to understand them, at least then you know that the CTX was a really expensive machine in its day. It's still a bloody well good machine. So the people that are knocking it, at your own peril, brilliant machine. And you can pick them up for about £1,000 second hand, all day long. They're worth it. The Deus 2 though, very lightweight machine, but it's still hitting it. But you can see that both machines at that depth, on those 18 coins, that was 10.5 inches, they both struggled. Both top end machines, all right, they hit it. The Deus hit it when I did my custom rover program. All right, and they're small, but at least for those who want to go out and detect and understand the Deus 2 a little bit more and are following my channel, you'll see that, you know, I'm doing reality. I'm not doing anything that's abnormal. I'm doing it live, the whole lot. And the reason why I do that is because, you know, I think there's too many people. Yeah, I had it, you know, 30 inches down, 20 inches down, a small Roman coin, no problem. Well, depending on what soil conditions, you know, I've never had a small Roman coin at 20 inches down. So I'll just give you the facts as it is. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and you know, we'll do some on the field stuff as well. I was out this morning with a friend of mine. We had a few laughs, to be fair, because he had a lovely sweet signal and he lost it, because I've lost this. I've nicknamed him the Iron Man. The reason for that, he had the Garrett and the yellow one, I think 150 or something, and he always used to find the iron, and I used to pick up, you know, the buttons and coins and everything. And then what happened was, I let him try the machines I had, so he went out and bought a Deus 1. He's had a lot of results, but this morning he went out, hit this target, and he goes, "Mark, I've lost it." I said, "Let me give you a sound." Because it's there. So as he's digging and digging and digging, once again he was digging a lump of iron, which had he brought his coil back by about 2 or 3 inches, he would have found the big iron. But because he was on the edge of the iron, it was giving a sweet tone, and he hadn't gone any further to check it. So he's still learning the machine and he's still understanding it. So yeah, one time we'll go with that. But I've nicknamed him the Iron Man now, my friend. That's his new nickname, Iron Man. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will release this as soon as I get a chance, and then I hope that helps for those who are looking at their machines and how to improve their fines rate. Always worth taking some test pieces, put them in the ground, check it before you go out. That way you've got the comps on the ground, you know what you're listening for, you know those tones you're listening for, and hopefully you'll produce all the goodies. Good luck, happy hunting.